Alright guys, moving on in the subclass series into the next subclass in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, which is the Path of the Wild Magic Barbarian. Pretty crazy.
Utter chaos.
Yes, absolutely. So if you're new to the channel, to the subclass series, what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the abilities gained in this subclass, and then we're going to rate it based on its roleplay value, combat value, and overall class synergy, based on how the abilities gained in this subclass improve on the base class abilities. So, without any further ado, Alex, take it away.
Alright, starting off at level 3 when you choose this subclass, you've got not one but two different abilities, one being more RP and one being, well, shenanigans. You get magic awareness as an action. You essentially can do detect magic at a 60-foot range until it ends. You get to know the location of any spell or magic item, and of course if it's a spell, you know the school of magic as well. Use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Gain all uses back on a long rest. Again, that's the reoccurring theme in this book, that a lot of abilities are number of uses based on your proficiency bonus, so it helps all those abilities scale with you as you level up. You get to use them more and more often. And then the big feature of this here subclass that the whole thing is really built around is Wild Surge. When you enter your rage, you roll on the Wild Magic table below. You roll a D8, and there's 8 different effects that can take place. We're going to put those up on the screen. I'm going to go through them as quickly as possible. And the effect if the effect requires a saving throw, its saving throw is equal to DC of 8 plus your proficiency plus your Constitution modifier. So very good for Barbarians.
Definitely.
So first one, Shadowy Tendrils. Each creature within 30 feet of you con save or take 1d12 necrotic damage, and you gain 1d12 temporary hit points. You can choose to teleport up to 30 feet with the 2 until your rage ends. You can use this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action. Crazy. That's really dumb for a Barbarian to be able to do. You can conjure an intangible spirit. Obviously, our channel mascot of a flump would be the choice because it even gives you the option in the thing. Yes. Which at the end of your current turn, it explodes. Dex saving throw for 1d6 force damage, and you can summon another one as a bonus action every turn. You can give magic infuses one weapon you're holding, so it becomes the light and has the thrown property rail with a range of 20 feet, long range of 60 feet. And if it reappears in your hand at the end of your current turn. So again, helps Barbarians out with their range, just
get it back.
Just chucking great swords at people.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. Then also, whenever you hit a creature with an attack roll before your rage ends, creature takes 1d6 force damage as it lashes out in retribution. So somebody hits you, you can just smack them back for free. Also, with a 6, you gain a +1 bonus to AC, and while within 10 feet of your allies also gain the same bonus. Anybody within your immediate range also gets +1 to AC. For 7, 15 feet around you is difficult terrain. And 8, the bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice within 30 feet, make a con save, take 1d6 rain damage, and be blinded until the start of your next turn to your range. And you can use this effect as a bonus action every turn. Whew.
Got there.
So 8 different effects. Whenever you enter your rage, roll a d8. One of these things gets to happen.
Yes, definitely. Very interesting. Lots of crazy choices on there. Then at level 6, we have Bolstering Magic. As an action, you touch one creature, which can be yourself, and confer one of the following benefits. Either for 10 minutes, the creature can roll a d3 whenever making an attack roll or an ability check and add the number rolled to the d20. Or roll a d3. Creature regains one expended spell slot, the level of which equals the number rolled or lower, creature's choice. Once creature receives this benefit, creature can't receive it again until after a long rest. You can use this action a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
30-second timeout. What's a D3? We don't know.
I've seen a lot of people say it's basically just a D6 that has 2 of each number on it, but that's kind of cheating, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a real D3. That's just...
not.
I mean, it is. But it isn't, you know what I mean? Like, I want a 3-sided, it'd be like basically be a tube, you know?
Yeah.
But
I mean, what we immediately thought of was do a D4, and if you roll 4, you roll again. Like, I mean,
that's another way to do it.
That's simple.
We could do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's better.
I understand why it's a D3 because of spell slots. Because if you roll a 2, it's a level 2 spell slot.
Right.
Because if you get above a level 3, you start getting some really silly spells to be giving back for free.
Fireball's level 3, so...
I mean, yeah, that's good enough. But, you know,
Yes.
you could get, like, banishment back and shit.
Yeah, you get some... Yeah. Then at level 10, we have Unstable Backlash. When you are imperiled during your rage, magic within can lash out. After you take damage or fail a saving throw while raging, you use your reaction to roll on the Wild Magic table and immediately produce the effect rolled. And it replaces the current Wild Magic effect that you have on you. So basically, you're being able to swap your Wild Magic on cue whenever you get hit. So,
or make it proc again if you happen to roll the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Sure. Yep.
And then lastly, at level 14, your capstone, Controlled Surge. Whenever you roll on the Wild Magic table, you roll twice and choose which of the two effects to unleash. If you roll the same number on both dice, you ignore the number and choose any effect on the table. Now, something to keep in mind with this is with Unstable Backlash, that means you're rolling twice every time as well for that. Every time you roll on the Wild Magic table, you roll 2 dice instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
not just when you enter your rage like the first time. It's all the time.
Right.
So all these crazy abilities that can happen are going to be happening once you hit that level a bunch.
Yeah, you're going to have a little bit more control over what you're actually getting on the table.
Correct.
All right. Well, those are all the abilities gained. Pretty straightforward, besides the table. Yeah. But so we move straight into the rating section. First up is the roleplay value.
Right.
Asterisk, as always, when we talk about the roleplay value, we're talking about interacting with the world around you, interacting with NPCs, non-combat scenarios, avoiding combat, basically things outside the initiative order.
Yeah.
We are not talking about acting out your fantasy, class fantasy, history, lore, background. All of that is on you as the player. Can't really rate you as a player.
No.
You can only rate the abilities gained in this book, and it's up to you to roleplay with those abilities.
Boom.
So, based on the abilities gained, there are a few things on here to keep in mind. First of all, there's lots of potential with random raging. For example, you get hit or you just rage. You get the Misty Step thing, basically, the teleport. You have some interesting maneuvers around different terrains. You can climb up on something and just keep punching yourself until you trigger the right one, because you re-roll on the table. So you could do some kind of funny stuff with that. And also being able to give spell slots back to other players is actually great for RP, but it's kind of a strange thing, right? Because it's indirect. You're helping other players RP because, and you can kind of RP how you do it, I guess. Yeah. Like you're giving like a massage, like everything's gonna be fine, man. It's gonna be fine. Put some magic back in them shoulders and loosen up. But basically,
I just imagine getting in his face and you just yell at him. Just get right in his face, like, take the spell slot and use it better this time. Just be like yelling angry coach on the field kind of thing.
There you go. Yes, that's a whole other thing you could do right there. Oh man.
Be better.
So there's definitely some options with the RP, though they are a little bit more on the niche side. So we just went with a 3.5 out of 5. Being able to give spell slots back to your party members. Now it is limited by your proficiency uses, and also you have to have casters in your party composition as well. Sure. If you have no casters in your party composition, it loses basically.
I've never seen a party of 3 or more not have at least a half caster in there.
Right. Oh, and also the other thing I forgot to make a quick mention of is the detect magic, basically, that you get at first as well.
And it's an angry detect magic as less. It's 60 feet as opposed to 30, so that's a big old area of normal stuff.
But it is a little bit more on the niche side, depending on the campaign setting. So 3.5 seems fair to us.
Yeah, absolutely. On the combat side of things get interesting because. I mean, your entire subclass is based around this table, and there's a lot of very good things that you get. Doing extra damage against multiple targets within 30 feet. Even that first one, that's pretty good. You're doing the D12 to any creature of your choice within 30 feet. Only drawback, it's an all or nothing for damage, but you do also get get some temporary hit points out of that. I'm going to come back to the silly one. Getting something that can blow up and you can redo it every turn, for the spirit to blow up and take damage. Or the other one that I really like, which is the bolt of light from your chest that deals damage and can blind them.
Yeah.
every single turn. You just keep doing it as a bonus action every single turn. Difficult terrain has good things. It's like if you're trying to run away from you, you're a big angry barbarian. Unless it's got more than 30 feet of movement speed, it can never outrun your mate.
15 foot of difficult terrain, so double that.
It's not getting out of there unless it dashes or it's got a ton of movement speed.
Right.
But we both agree when we look through this, the really silly one is number 2, because you could just teleport to 30 feet as a bonus action as a barbarian.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's kind of one of the things holding barbarians back is their lack of mobility. I mean, they do get some extra movement and stuff, but just having that ability to blink around the battlefield is kind of scary. And being able to throw their weapon can be.
That's the other one I was getting to. And barbarians limited with ranged at all. Right. And that's why they get javelins to start with. They can at least throw something. Right. But being able just to just two-handed hurl a great axe or a great sword, and then not have to going to get it, just like lightsaber, call it back to you with the Force. Ah, good stuff. Again, but not only the RP, but giving spell slots back to your party. You know, everybody in your party knows that. You know, unless you've got like 5 casters in your party, but you know, most of the time you've got a couple. They're each going to get a spell slot back for free thanks to you at some point. So it just gives them more resources,
right,
which helps you out because either they can give you more support, give you more healing, do more AoE damage, help you with stuff. All is good. And of course, giving your own chance or someone a chance to help out with attack rolls or ability checks, always good as well.
Yes.
And the fact the last 2 abilities giving you more ways to use your wild magic table more often, so that those abilities are happening all the time. Because if you're a barbarian, you're taking damage quite often because you've got the health to do it.
Right.
And once you hit 14, being able to do it twice and pick.
Right.
If you do roll the same number, or you basically get the advantage of the table, definitely helps out the reliability of it as it gets further and further into campaign. And while level 15, 13, those individual abilities don't see all that powerful, they're going to be popping all the time.
Right.
So it's a bunch of little stuff that's going to add up over time, which is why we ended up giving it a 4 out of a possible 5 on combat.
I think part of the only thing holding it back is a little bit of the randomness to it. You do get some control over that, but if you really are just trying to get a specific thing and you're just not getting it, it is what it is. And some of the numbers, like Alex was saying too, are a little bit on the lower side. You're not dealing tons of extra damage or anything. But if you get like the teleport or the ability to throw a weapon and get it back, those can be pretty crazy when you need them. Mm-hmm. But if you're not getting what the ones you need, it can be a little frustrating.
Yeah,
I think it might be.
Yeah, if all you keep getting is the difficult terrain and nothing's ever trying to run away from you, you're like, whatever. And, that doesn't really help you all that much.
Yes. Lastly, we have the overall class synergy with the Barbarian. The main things you're looking at are your Rage, Reckless Attack. I mean, you have like Danger Sense and stuff, but that doesn't really come up too much with synergy on things. So the main things are Rage and Reckless Attack. And looking at all the abilities on here, I think it's a bit crazy. Some would say bonkers.
Who would say bonkers? You tell me.
I mean,
you did. Oh, that's right.
Yes. So, getting the chance to bonus action teleport, though it is random, having that ability is kind of crazy as a barbarian.
Yeah.
You get some extra options to deal extra damage. Create difficult terrain can make enemies very irritated because they can't get away from you.
Yep.
And you're just that's the thing with the barbarian. If you can get into something and actually repeatedly turn after turn wail on it, you're going to be doing a decent amount of damage, especially with your rage bonus and reckless attack and stuff like that. So you're going to have some good stuff going on with that. And being able to even give allies bonus AC can be crazy. Depending on the circumstance, if you have multiple martial allies all kind of like surrounding something and you all have an extra bonus to your AC, that's can be solid. And then giving spells back to your casters. And you could give, if you're the only martial class and everyone else has spell slots, you could pretty much give everyone in your party an extra spell slot back every day between 1 and 3rd level.
Yep.
So kind of crazy. And then also being able to re-roll on the table with Reckless Attack. I mean, you're going to get hit, so you just use your reaction every turn to re-roll if you're not getting what you need, and then you're going to get 2 chances to roll as well. So a little bit of internal synergy in the subclass, and then also with Reckless Attack and Rage, of course, some major stuff going on with that. So we went with a 4.5 out of 5 for the synergy. Pretty crazy. Just a little bit of the randomness maybe hinders it a little bit. And also there's a little bit, I think, party composition as well. But there's going to be something for everyone. Yeah. Though if you have multiple casters, this is going to be, I think, pretty ridiculous. Because being able to get back those spell slots can be a pretty big deal. Yep. For sure.
Because, I mean, again, the biggest thing there is it encourages your spellcasters to use stuff that maybe helps you. Like, does a barbarian have any bigger dreams and seeing something get held personed? Like, oh boy.
It's party time.
I'm going to go eat that. That's what's about to happen. So, again, and that's, I say it in every video in case people don't watch all these in the order they were released or whatever. But something both of us really like about a lot of these subclasses in this book is they're giving you uses of stuff based on proficiency so they scale better. And also there's a lot more stuff that encourages more inter-party synergy.
Right.
Like helping your party do something, even if it doesn't directly help you by helping them, it helps help me to help you, help me to help you, kind of thing.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is indeed all of the caring.
But I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. Oh, wait. the Tasha's quote. What does she say about this?
Oh, you're correct. I almost forgot my most important job.
We can't leave this.
So,
That was
caveat.
close.
Woo! About screwed that one up. Tasha has a nice little quote about all the subclasses in this book, so we're taking our time to read those out because he gives a really good job of giving the simplest way of a fun way of explaining what the subclass is all about. Path of the Wild Magic Barbarian, Tasha says this: I don't recommend letting magic take the reins, but I'm not your mom. Live deliciously.
Some good flavor in this book. I like it.
Yes, very much so.
But that will wrap it up for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and all of our new videos are coming out. And when we do our next giveaway, you'll be aware of that and prepared, which may be a little bit sooner than we thought. That might be. Keep an eye out on the channel for that. Next giveaway coming. And if you have anything you want to see from us or from the book, let us know down below. Your thoughts on the subclass. Always love to read those. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.